What's up, Maniacs? Well, we finally made it to Desert Tech. Man, this has been a long time coming. So, David, last time I saw you, gosh, it was like 6 months ago or something when you did the code reading on the car. Yeah, so, here we are finally. The car's together enough to make it over here. David and his crew is gonna get working on it today. They're gonna do a pretty major mechanical freshen up on it, and you guys will get to see that along the way. But they're doing all the oil, pan, valve cover gasket, you know, just the typical stuff that's maintenance kind of item.
Gonna be taking a lot of things apart today.
It's gonna be an exciting day, and he made the shop available just for the project, for the Born Again 49.
They're closed to the public today, sorry folks.
So, thanks guys for following. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. So David's not only a BMW import kind of guy, because he does have an M3 and some other BMWs, I'm sure. Several BMWs. But check this out. He's American muscle guy. 69 Pontiac Firebird.
This was my first car. I bought it when I was 17 years old and still have it.
Man, that is crazy. And he took it to SEMA of what, 2015? 17. Yep. So this thing was at SEMA, and it deserves to be at SEMA. This thing is so clean. One-off hood that it was custom made for it, carbon fiber hood, Trans Am style hood, right?
Yep, made by Anvil.
Just incredible workmanship on this thing, man. What are you running in it?
It's got a LS7, 441 cubic inch.
What's the horsepower?
782.
That's it?
On pump gas. No turbos, no nothing.
Wow, man. We're gonna do a full episode on this on our story time. Look at that thing, man.
Yeah, we just added the Bluetooth AC, so we need to kind of put some of these wires away and tuck them away, but yeah, we just got that put in, so it's got air conditioning.
Nice, and you need it.
Yes.
Because it's what, 9 o'clock, and
so we're already sweating.
It's over 100 probably. Yes. So.
So obviously today we're here for the big freshen up of the engine thing. We're going to kind of start with just, you know, doing a pan gasket. Those are notorious for leaking oil, and you know, it's 2008, so might as well go ahead and change our pan gasket. Also, we get all the bolts for it. These are all magnesium bolts, so you never want to reuse those twice. So we've got the bolts. We've got a valve cover gasket. That's another point that leaks oil, so we're going to fix that. Of course, we've got our oil filter. These are the oil filter housing gaskets, another notorious place that BMWs leak, so we'll be fixing those up today. Part of this oil pan is to drop the subframe, so at that point, it's free labor to put in your mounts today. You know, it costs you $400 later, but today it's free. We'll put those in for you. And then of course we got some control arm bushings, so we'll be pressing those in and out, and that's kind of another weak point of a BMW front suspension. So
yeah, and it's definitely loose.
Yeah, the rest of it looked pretty good, so I think with some bushings on there it'll probably be pretty good. This will definitely make it drive it much better, so that's kind of what this is all about here, and I think we can knock it out in a day. And
cool.
We also
drive belt.
Yeah,
just kind of looking over.
Pull your intake off because you wanted to get ready for the new intake. We'll also take the old exhaust turbos off and get that ready. So that'll be up to you to kind of put back what you want. Yep. Another thing of this engine is carbon buildup in the valve. So while we've got the manifold off, I do have the Walnut carbon blaster machine. So we'll get plenty of good footage of that in action later.
Very nice, very nice.
We'll all be full of sawdust and dirty as can be, but hey, it'll do the trick.
That's cool, man.
We'll get that done for you.
That's so awesome, man. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this for so long. It's crazy.
You see, like most cars, the gas comes through the intake, and so as gasoline is squirted into the intake, it comes through here, and then it never gets a chance to get dirty because the gas is, in a sense, cleaning it. But when you drop your fuel direct injection, that means it goes straight into the cylinder. Then you're not using the fuel vapors to wash things away. So it's going to naturally just build up your carbon buildup. So, I mean, you know, when you look down in there, it's quite a lot of nasty carbon. So back in the old days, you basically just had to take your cylinder head off, send it to machine shop, and let them just, you know, hot tank it and get rid of all that carbon. These days we have, you know, walnut blasters. So instead of using sand, obviously sand is very coarse and, you know, going to harm things, but the walnut shell is more or less just, you know, hard dust that will just, you know, if there's any pieces left over, it'll just get crushed and burned. So we'll get that machine going here in a little bit, and we'll get all these valves cleaned up, and it'll be like brand new in there. Yeah, this is the carbon blast machine. It's going to help us get this all cleaned up. Basically, it just consists of, you know, just a basic standard shop vac. And then, depending on your make and model, you just buy different nozzles that'll have different sizes of ports for all your different intakes. BMW's got, you know, 3 or 4 different common ones, so we've got a couple of them that'll work for it. So basically you just, you know, get a nozzle that fits, and that nozzle is just going to go down into the intake port. It's got a little hole right here. And then at the end of your air gun here, you can put whatever nozzle. Some are curved more, some are less. And so basically it's just going to fit down inside there. You know, this will be encapsulated, and we'll be in here just blasting and blasting away, you know, just cleaning and getting all the valves. So as it's blasting the walnut shells, the vacuum is sucking it right back up and taking all that carbon with it. And then we'll just dump this out from time to time. We're going to get it all cleaned up. But that's basically what this machine will do. There's other methods, but this method seems to work the best. Basically just runs off of some walnut shells. If a piece of sand was to get between a piston ring and a cylinder wall, that would just scratch it. Whereas the walnut shell is more or less just like wood. So, you know, it's gonna get vaporized, burnt, and crushed way before it would do any kind of damage. So fill this thing up, and usually just takes a couple of runs through and get it all cleaned out. It's definitely a messy job, but gets the job done. You can reuse the stuff a couple of times, and I'll sift it through with this just to make sure I'm not getting any contaminants, you know, back into my machine. Something similar to that. You know, all the little pieces like that, I just, you know, toss them out. That's just chunks of carbon collecting together.
looks like a cool little specialty tool. Homemade looks like, you know what I mean?
The homemade ones
Someone-
look nice.
Most people take the whole arm off and then put it in the press.
Oh yeah.
Look, I bought this setup here. The setup was like over a couple, well, it was like $1,500, but it comes with like 30 or 40 different cups ready.
So you can do different ones. Yeah, that's awesome. That's $500 at the dealer.
Yep.
So if you guys are within driving distance of Tucson, this would be worth the trip to come and do anything you need to do on your BMW right here, instead of taking it to your local dealer.
Yeah, I mean, literally the dealer charges about $900 total to do these bushings. The bushings cost $100, and then the rest is all just their inflated labor.
What a cool piece of tool, dude. It's got a ball bearing in it.
Ball bearings in it.
Oh, that's awesome. You don't have to take it out and put it in a press.
And they have tons of different cups. I mean, literally just about every cup that you can think of.
All different applications. Wow, that's so cool. Perfect. Oh, that was fast.
Like I say, it gets noisy and it'll blow dirt all over the place. Yeah, that's just one pass.
I think I'm out of nuts.
You can get 1 or 2 cylinders per fill up. Just a local, like,
Nut store.
yeah,
From Green Valley Pecan Company.
that's right. I mean, you can see it. We're gonna blow air and get the rest of those shells out, but I mean, you know, it's nice and clean down there now.
Why am I sweating so much? I didn't even do anything on this thing right now. Dude, this is crazy, man. It's like 3 o'clock. Still have time to spare. They did this in a matter of a few hours. Jordan's back there hiding. He doesn't want to be on camera. But these guys are geniuses, man. Right tools, right knowledge. It's just crazy, you know? Honestly, we would have been on this thing for like a week. You know, crawling underneath it, busting knuckles, you know, with the wrong tools. Man, so appreciate it. So appreciate it, man. Thank you so
I'm
much.
glad I can be part of it too. Like I said before, I know, you know, not one guy can build a car for SEMA. It takes a whole group of people, and I'm glad that this is one way that I can kind of put back into that. I'm happy to be
Dude,
part of it.
That's so cool. So again, guys, if you know, if you're within driving distance, or maybe even not even driving distance, it might be worth it for you to bring your car over here. Desert Tech Auto Service.
Yep, Desert Tech Auto Service, BMW, Mini, Volkswagen, Audis. You know, we love to do all the European repairs, so come and see us.
All right, guys. Well, thanks. See you on the next one.